call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the home of the USC Trojans, the storied Los Angeles Coliseum. As we'll see, the defending national champions, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 16th ranked team in the land, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Trojans will kick it away to start us off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Leaves it with the back. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
That is exactly how you set a tone when you're on defense, and especially when you're at home. If you can get them and force them into a punt early, keep that crowd going and involved, man, is it fun to play defense.
Punt is in the air. And it'll be down right there.
And the punter pulling out his pitching wedge on that. Look at the spin on this ball. It just died as soon as it hit the ground. Beautiful job.
Look at it this way. The field position is awful, but opportunity to pile up a lot of stats because there are a lot of yards in front of them. Breaks the tackle. The margin for error is so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
You really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast, win our conference. Well, this is step one. And so I think you're so tired of hitting your own color jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference play. You start to get some of that familiarity, some of that also that hatred that you have for these other teams. So the Big Ten is a fun conference.
Yeah, and you know both of these teams, their players have had this game circled all offseason because this is the first one. This is the first step towards winning a Big Ten championship. Both teams feel like they've got the playmakers to compete in conference this year, but it all starts today.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run it from the gun. Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6.
You know, with defense, it's this pick-or-poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you can tell he takes advantage of it.
Complete and looking for enough for the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
They told us they were going to be aggressive no matter where they were on the field. Didn't take long to prove it. Going for it on 4th down in their first drive. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, coming into this one, the offense knew a big key was going to be getting the ground game established. They haven't been able to do that yet. They punted on their opening drive, and they have a negative play here on the first play of their second drive.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Back to throw, it's Ncaa. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Florida took its show on the road, and they'll be packing a big old W in their bags for the trip back to Gainesville. Never underestimate the importance of a road win and how it can impact a team's trajectory. Going to be interesting to see what the fallout from this one is for one ranked team, while the other figures to get a bounce when the new rankings come out, guys.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air on second down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Scanning the field, it's Ncaa. Trying to set up the screen. There he goes. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling past and kind of... dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
And the Buckeyes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. Wants to go up top. Grab behind the line. It's Peoples. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job on the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch. He went nowhere after the catch. Nice job on the defense.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. The Buckeyes will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes and nowhere to run.
Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. Best uniforms in the sport, and a play is made befitting of those threads.
Well, this is not the format to have a debate back and forth. Not the best uniform in sports, but definitely always a lot of flash and sizzle with USC offenses.
And he picks up enough for the first down. We'll see if they get another snap here in the first quarter. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. Looking to pass. It's Mayava. The short hands. It's Sanders. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
How about the job and recognition by the defense? They knew exactly what they were trying to set up, and they had multiple defenders surrounding that intended target so that there was nowhere for him to go once he caught the ball.
Looking to fire. Buys a little extra time. Makes the grab. And out of bounds right at the 12-yard line.
The pass rush has got to do a better job with their lane integrity. You cannot let this particular quarterback with his speed flush out to the right or to the left because he's absolutely going to kill you. You've got to do a better job collapsing the pocket and forcing him to step up into the teeth of your rush.
This offense put together a really good drive, man. Like, that was a good drive, but third down in the red zone when the field starts to shrink, they really struggle to try to find a play to get someone open.
Despite failing earlier on fourth down, they will try again here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Touchdown, Trojans! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. They march 78 yards down the field. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Graham. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their... He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And you see the dagger concept so much in pro football, college football, and they're trying to run a guy deep to take that safety with him, pull him out of the way, and then kind of throw it right underneath that vacated area where he's at. Unsuccessfully, but that's what they were trying to accomplish on that play.
Got it behind the lines. It's Peoples. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, the defense was ready coming into this one for this running back being a factor in the pass game. That time, they were draped all over him. As soon as he caught the ball, he went down for loss of yards.
And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down. The Buckeyes will have it 1st and 10. Quick pass on the fly motion. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Big Ten schedule sort of ate these guys up last year. They're looking for a better performance performance this time around.
Yeah, and it eats a lot of people up, obviously being such a tough conference. But if you look at the way you start the season, a lot of times, man, that's when you build your momentum. That's when you build your confidence. If you can hang around, be competitive, sometimes the way you start, Palmer, it just lays out the rest of the season for you.
And they know they've just got to be a lot more physical this year. That schedule did beat them up last year, but take a look at this year's schedule. A lot of those same teams, they're right there again. They're going to get another crack at them. They've got to be better in the trenches this season if they want to win a Big Ten championship.
They're going back to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions. And then the pass rush, they win up front.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Fires downfield. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Wants to bring it back. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. It'll be a draw. Turning it on. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Just a great job by the quarterback, the running back, the offensive line. Sneaky little devils. What do? Make it look like pass, sneak in the run, catch you off guard. Great play call by the offense.
Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Passing game very effective on 2nd down. What about here on 3rd? Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Well, the defense is waking up now, right? The first drive, they allowed a touchdown. They were a bit scrambled. They kind of all got together, rallied on the sideline. They've been pretty lights out since. Forced a punt on the last possession. They've now got the offense set up in 4th down again. Great job there. Pass defense, 3rd down. This defense now starting to put it together.
This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Ncaa. Caught in the backfield, it's Peoples. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Now the play fake. Quickly out to the tight end. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the 1st down. David, that is a great security blanket for a quarterback to have a tight end to make those conversions.
Dang right. Find the big fella on 3rd and short. Dependable, clutch, nice hands, 1st down.
They're setting up the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
They're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
And the Buckeyes now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Trying to escape and get it himself. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now, setting up fourth down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously, the defense, the big reason for that. But if this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better rhythm.
Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Dropping back, it's Ncaa. Got it in the middle, it's Jordan. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Grab near the marker, it's Jordan. Clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He wants to change this route. Looking downfield on 1st down. Going for it all. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. Takes it the other way. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Buckeyes will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Lemon. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to. It's a fumble on the play. How in the world did the offense retain possession? I don't know if it was luck, and wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking for room, it's Sanders. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Back to throw, it's Ncaa. Gets it out fast. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. The Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Rushes on him. Got a man. It's Lemon. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. And the Trojans are on the move. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Jordan. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down.
Well, they pick up the 1st down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the 1st.
And listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Gonna look downfield again. Makes the grab. It's Jordan. Oh, he's got some space. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up the first down.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. Back to pass, it's Ncaa. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. And Ohio State makes a ton of highlights with the big pass plays, but this defense has turned in its share over the years, too.
So many guys that we could go back. The Bosa brothers, Chase Young, just recently, the guys that they put their hand in the dirt and they go make things happen, get after quarterbacks like you see right here.
And as an offense, that's just why you cannot get behind the sticks in these types of situations. 3rd in California is hard to complete and is...
Oh, it's blocked! Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Hand off from the shotgun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking down the middle. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time.
Zone equals eyes. When I say that, DBs, linebackers, all covering the middle of the field. So many guys over the middle of the field trying to take away the easy stuff, but reading the quarterback's eyes the whole time. Whenever he breaks to throw that football and that hand separates from the ball, I'm breaking on it, and you can tell.
Breaks into the open. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
It took everything on defense to just get that guy down on the 1-yard line. He is a monster, man.
And if this offense, Jess, is going to keep doing that, you better bring in reinforcements on that defensive line. Get some big boys, because they're about to punch this thing in the end zone.
The Trojans trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
And I love to see this when I'm a defensive guy. Why? Because they know they can't line up and punch me in the mouth and score a touchdown. They got to do something a little bit different. And guess what? We were ready for that too.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Caught behind the line. It's Jordan. Touchdown, Trojans! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the 2nd half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. Dropping back, it's Ncaa. Under fire. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down 17.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
The Buckeyes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Quarterback adapting. Caught in the backfield, it's Peoples. Stumbled to the ground.
I think this defense really needs to start thinking about really fencing this quarterback in. You cannot let him go east or west because he will extend the play with his legs and his speed and then hurt you throwing the football.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Snagged in the middle, it's Graham. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. That's the end of the period, and USC has the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Grab near the sticks, it's Smith. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the...
Going over the top. He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Now they'll try to get the 2 and make it a 3-point game late. Looking downfield, it's Sayin. The throw to the outside is complete. He gets it in for the 2-point conversion, and now they trail by only 3. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a big play up top, going 63 yards to the house. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. On the ground, it's Jordan. Plows through the defense. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
And every coach in America has a plan for this situation. The first 4 minutes of the game, the last 4 minutes of the game. How I'm going to construct my offense. Most of the time, I got to be physical. Run the football like right here. Run that clock. Get a few first downs, and I can end this football game on offense.
And that hurts on defense, giving up the first on the ground like that. We're in a one-possession game. You've got all 3 timeouts. I think you got to start burning them here to save some clock.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at third and long. Trying to pick up a first down. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. This is a big third down. If they can move the chains, they can just about salt this game away. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. And the Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Using his legs, it's Sanders. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
Leaves it with the running back. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course. This team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.